Hey, Piscataway students. My name is Caitlin, and I'm one of the Teen Services librarians here at the Piscataway Public Library. I use she, her pronouns. Today, we are going to talk a little bit about getting started with Libby. I heard that it was a little bit confusing, so I wanted to make this video to hopefully make the process easier so you can get your ebooks and digital audiobooks. So I'm going to share my screen here and show you what Libby looks like on a phone. So Libby is installed on all of the iPads that Piscataway Public Schools give to the students. It comes already there. This will be a little bit different because I am showing you on a phone, but it's the same brand of device. So you'll find it's a pretty similar experience. So you can see that Libby is right here. It's a little bit, the colors are a little off on this camera, but it is a purple and teal logo, and it looks like someone reading a book, like hiding behind a book. So if you click on Libby, it will open up the app. And this is my Libby homepage. This is the book that I'm currently reading on my phone. The good and bad thing about Libby is that once you're logged in on a device, it is hard to log out. So that is great if you're using your personal device and you just want to log in and forget about it. But for this kind of purpose, for showing someone how to use the app, it does get a little bit confusing. So to log into Libby, you are going to need three things. You need your library card number, your 4-digit PIN number, and you need your library name. If you do not have your library card number or your PIN number, that's an easy fix. You can contact the library. You can do that in a bunch of ways. You can call us. You can come in person and ask at the front desk, or you can chat us using our online chat on our website. So once you have your library card number and your PIN, you just need one more thing, your library name. You might be looking for Piscataway Public Library or John F. Kennedy, Joanna Westergaard, and it is not under any of those names. So the library you are going to be looking for is Libraries of Middlesex Automated Consortium. That means that all of the libraries in Middlesex County share our ebook collections so that we have more selection for you. That's really important to remember. Libraries of Middlesex as your library, and you're going to log in with your library card number and your PIN number, and then you should be all set. So we are going to go through these icons at the bottom of the screen. This one is a search bar, this first one. This one is how you choose books to check out. This is your Libby home screen, and you can see I have a notification there. This is your bookshelf, and that's where we are right now. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, that one's a little bit darker than the rest of them. So that means that's where we are right now. And then this is your history? Yes, your timeline. Ooh, I like that. I haven't seen that feature before. You can see if you returned your books early or late, if you had to place something on hold. That's a really cool feature. I have to play with that. So let's go back to our shelf. So here you can see on our shelf that I have one book checked out, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. And I just checked it out today. So I have lots of reading to do. But let's say I want another book. I'm going to click on this little card option. It's supposed to look like a library card. And you can see now that it's colored in. That one is dark. So let's say I'm looking for a teen book. And I just kind of want to browse. I want to see. I'm going to check out stamps. So when I click on the book, I can see it's available for borrow. It says that here. The title, author, picture of the cover. I could read a sample if I'm not sure if I want to check that book out. And then I can look up some tags. So I can see that this is a nonfiction book for young adults, sociology, multicultural, geography, and it gives a little blurb about the book. I like that it says this is not a history book because I don't like reading history books. So that's why it's important to read the blurb. You might learn something about the book that makes you want to read it or makes you not want to read it. This is another thing I want to highlight right here. So I can see that this book is also available as an audiobook. So that is really useful if you would rather listen to books on your iPad or phone rather than read the text. So I do want to borrow this. So I'm going to click this little icon. I can see that 7 copies are available. Nice. So I click borrow. Again, it tells me I am borrowing this book for 21 days. I can click borrow. There we go. I'm ready to go. So if I click on open book, it opens up at the front cover. And I can start scrolling through. Gives me the title page, copyright, all of the same stuff that is inside a regular print book. Okay, and here I'm on the introduction. So let's say I start reading this book, I'm enjoying it, but I want to search for something else. This book made me realize that I want to read something else too. So if you just click on your screen, you can see where you are in the book. You can change the text. You can search for certain words. You can place a bookmark on a certain page. This is really helpful, especially if you're reading something for school. You can leave a bookmark and then you know where you were, where there's an important quote, where there's info you'll need to go back to. But right now, I just want to search for another book. So I can go back. And now when I click on my shelf, I see that I have Stamps and Miss Peregrine. So I have 2 books on my shelf now. So let's say I want to search, and the last book I searched for, my last example, was The Hate U Give. So I can see when I search for The Hate U Give that the audiobook, it's 12 hours long, and that is available for borrow right now. I could borrow that today, and same thing as with Stamps, it will show up on my shelf and I can start listening right away. If I want the ebook, and I love reading ebooks on my phone because then I always have it with me. I always have more than one book on my phone. So if I get stuck in a waiting room or I am waiting somewhere without a book, I have one with me. So if I wanted to read the ebook version of The Hate U Give, I would have to place a hold on it. So I can see here that there are 6 people waiting for 7 copies of the book. So I would be expected to go off the hold list in about 5 weeks. So I'm not going to place the hold. I want to have it available for other people. The last thing that I wanted to go over today is this icon down here, the Libby logo. So if you click on that, it tells you your notifications. I have not set my notifications yet. I should do that. But it can alert you when your books are close to overdue. It can alert you if you have a book that is now overdue. And what is great about these ebooks is that if a book is overdue, you are not going to get fined. You're not going to get fined. The download will just go away after 21 days. You won't be able to read it. So this is great if you're always worried about remembering to return your library books on time. This is great. It takes all of the stress of that out of you. So you can see here, my library is eLibrarian J. I could see my library card and see my PIN number, all of that good stuff. And of course, some Libby help and assistance. So you just click hide to have that go away. So that is just a quick tutorial on Libby. If you have any more specific questions or you're having trouble with the app, you can always give us a call or come in and see us at both branches of the Piscataway Public Library.